welcome back to my channel. This is Life Coach Kanye. My name is Kanyisa. We still don't have a decision on whether to call it As Real As I Can Be with Kanye or Life with Life Coach. Oh, I kind of like that one. Life with Life Coach. Oh, Life with Life Coach Kanye. I think that's gonna work. I think we might try that one. I tried to do a dancing video earlier and I'm not a dancer. I'm not a dancer, guys. I'm not gonna pop it for you, maybe a little bit, but welcome back. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Oh my God, the growth is insane, you guys. Thank you so much, so much. Before we get into today's video and today's topic, I do have a little bit of admin. If you want to receive constant communication with me, do subscribe to my newsletter. I'm gonna link it on here. This is where I just send you love on your email. You get love. I tell you about what I'm doing, how I can support you, tell you about my coaching services, which, by the way, if you want me to coach you, I'm really excited about this. We're doing a group coaching situation starting on April 12th, where I will be going live in the group for the very first time. So sign up for that before we run out of space. Only taking about 30 people, so I would hurry if I was you. It's 3-month commitment. You're in, and we'll coach there. Number 2 is thank you. Honestly, thank you for the love. Thank you for finding value in what I have to share here. I'm really excited. If you can't tell, I am so excited to be sharing space with you in this way. And let's get into it. Let's get into it. Do you guys think I should do like vlogs? I think I'm gonna try doing vlogs and let's see if you enjoy them. I'll do vlogs. Today I want to talk about your fear of starting over. A lot of the times when I am coaching women, which is most of who I coach except for the men who have been asking me to do a men's group, so I'm working on it. But you see, the spilling has started happening. I want to talk to you about your fear of starting over and how it is stopping you from living your life, how it is stopping you from growing, how it is stopping you from healing, how it is stopping you from accepting new challenges that will lead you to new opportunities because you are so afraid of starting over. What does it mean to start over? I think what trips us up is that term starting over. It makes us feel like we're starting something new. What I want to remind you is if you're over 30, and that's who I coach, someone who's over 30, you don't need to be starting over from scratch. You have had so much experience in life. If you are doing anything that doesn't serve you, you are too young to stick to this shit for the rest of your life. I want you to think about that. You're 32. 10 years will be 42. That's 10 years of being in a relationship that doesn't make you happy because you're afraid of starting over. That's 10 years of being in a job you hate because you're afraid to start over. 42 is so fucking young. You are such a baby. And here's a cool thing. When you start over, you're not gonna be starting over from the beginning. You are not a blank canvas anymore. You have experienced life. I'm gonna pause because I don't want to ramble, and I'm gonna tell you a personal story. When my relationship ended in the Philippines, I feel like I keep going back to that. But it was a pivotal moment. It was my longest relationship, and I had 7 years of building with someone, 7 years of traveling, seeing the world, starting new businesses, just feeling like this was it. This was it. I am done. I was 33 years old when it ended. And I was 25 when it started. 32, 33 when it ended. I'm 38 now. And I remember thinking, this is it. I'm done. I am done. 7 years of my life. And when it ended, all I had was a suitcase and a backpack. I had no home. I had no businesses. I had no dogs. I had no partner. I had no money. I had nothing but a suitcase and a backpack and a flight to the Philippines. And I had to start over. I had to start over in jobs. I had to go back to teaching. I had successful businesses in the Philippines. I had to start over in relationships. I had to start over in making new friends in a new city. I had to start my life from scratch. And I was scared, just like you are now. I was just as afraid. I was just as impacted. I was just as sad. I was just as unsure, as uncertain. Threw myself into a city that I only knew one person. And I had to start from the beginning, or so I thought. But as time went on, I realized I had something. I wasn't starting over. I was continuing. I had taught English before, so I was like, what am I gonna do? I have this thing that I've done before and I know how to do it. So I wasn't starting over, I had experience, and that experience helped me start my life. I got a job. I've made friends before. I knew how to start and nurture friendships. Some of my best friends are in Thailand and I met them that year. We connect once a year, we still talk because I knew how to do it. So even with starting friendships, I wasn't starting from the beginning because I had done it before. I am in a healthy, loving relationship. I didn't start over because God, through that pain of being betrayed and cheated on, I learned something about myself. I learned how I love. I learned about how I attach. I learned about how I continue my own suffering sometimes. I learned how I behave in intimate romantic relationships. And when I started this new relationship, I wasn't starting over. I was starting from experience. I was starting from this happened, this is how I'm gonna try to avoid it. What we do, because we are afraid of starting over, is miss out on stuff. If I had stayed in the Philippines, I wouldn't be with my woman right now. If I had stayed in the Philippines unhappy, I wouldn't have made those friends. Wouldn't have continued with my life. You cause yourself so much suffering because you are afraid of starting over. I'm gonna take a sip while you subscribe. Did you subscribe yet? Thank you. This sip was kind of disgusting. But I'm gonna sip anyway for a little bit. I want to remind you that when you start over, you allow yourself the challenges that come with. And we can only grow when we're being challenged. We can only grow when we're being challenged. Starting over is not a bad thing. It's an amazing thing, baby. It's a thing that will get you to where you need to be in life, time and time again. Your breakdowns, there can be breakdowns. You can choose to stay there, do nothing, or you can choose to use them as stepping stones to the next phase of your life. You can choose to stay in this comfort zone where you really want to get out of this situation. Allow yourself to be stuck there for the rest of your life. Or you can say, do you know what? I have it within me, and I know you do. I have it within me to get up and keep moving again. Get up and do something different for my life. I know this is hard. Starting over is fucking hard. I know that. But I promise you, if you allow yourself the grace, the patience, the compassion, the tenderness that you need, you can do it. If you don't know how to do it, you can hire me as your coach. I will put the link in this box somewhere here in the description, or in YouTube, somewhere here in the description, where you can ask me about my coaching practice. But I want to remind you that starting over is not starting from the beginning. Starting over is not you are not a blank canvas. You have experience. You can use that experience to propel you to the next level of your life. And that's all I have for today. Short and sweet, and I'll see you next week. Remember to subscribe to my channel again. I love you so much. Mwah.